Hello guys, welcome back to Bauer Beauty. I'm Jenny, a licensed esthetician and founder of Bauer Beauty Skincare, found on Amazon. I am talking today about microneedling and why microneedling is such an amazing procedure that I have committed to do more often. I'll tell you a little bit about my journey, which includes acne and acne scarring, and I'll show you before and after photos of how far I've come. I started breaking out back in 2009, 2010, something like that. Then I stopped breaking out probably by like 2014, 2015, and that's how long I've been working on my scars. And that's when I went to esthetician school as well. That's what motivated me to go to school to get my esthetician's license. Having breakouts really motivated me to get into skin, and then I wanted to have a skincare line. And then by this point, in 2015, I was experimenting with how to erase the acne scars, which was actually the funnest part for me. The funnest part of acne was having acne scarring to constantly work on. Not that it's fun, but this is the fun part, because you get to actually see dramatic differences in your skin every time you make an effort to get a treatment or to buy a new product. You see progress slowly but surely. And out of all the treatments I've ever tried, microneedling has been the most successful for me. Back when I first started this journey, like I said, 2014-ish, I didn't have the money to go to a professional to get a microneedling treatment, so I just started with the derma roller, and I did make a lot of progress just with that. However, now I derma roll less and I get microneedling more. And that's just because it makes a really big difference. Getting professional microneedling, you actually see a huge difference in your skin. You know, acne scarring is actually really hard to eradicate 100% completely. It's pretty hard to eradicate 100%, but it's kind of like losing weight. Like, if you're like 50 pounds overweight, the moment you start working out, you're gonna shed pretty easily, but it's those last 5 to 10 pounds that are the hardest. You have to be the most disciplined, and you have to put the most work in and have the most strict diet in order to cut that last little bit. So that's kind of how it is with scarring as well. And my acne scarring is like 90% there, but that last 10% has been really, well, it doesn't really bother me because it's very not noticeable. It's something that like I'm working on just because it's my business, and because I would be getting these treatments anyways, because I'm in my mid-30s now. So, you know, I really think that these treatments are great for anti-aging as well. Like I said, microneedling is also known as collagen induction therapy. So collagen induction therapy, you can kind of get the idea, you're forcing your skin to produce collagen. So from these treatments, you will get more plump skin, you will see less pores, less texture, less scarring, less fine lines, wrinkles, you know, skin tightening. It really is an overall like amazing treatment for the price, and for the downtime, you really can't beat it. Because let's say you get a laser treatment. Well, lasers can be minimum $1,000, $1,500. Usually you don't see a laser under $1,500. And then you have, you know, 7 to 10 days of downtime. Honestly, the results I have seen have not even been comparable to the results I see with microneedling, for less money and less downtime and less pain. Microneedling is not as painful as lasers. Some of the most expensive lasers, like the CO2 laser, that's gonna outperform a microneedle all day, but it's also $2,500. It's very invasive. Like, your skin is like inflamed and red and scabs over, and you look like you set your face on fire. So microneedling is like a little bit easier than that. Sorry, my dog is just doing some funny stuff back there. Oh, by the way, I'm wearing on my skin, I wanted to show you my skincare this morning. This is what I used on my skin this morning. Right on wet skin, I used this Vichy Mineral 89, and then I followed it with 15% vitamin C serum, which I think has ferulic in it as well. It's supposed to be like the CE ferulic by SkinCeuticals, because everyone tries to copy that formula. But they just sent me a bunch of products, and I'm obsessed with these. And I'll be posting a video for them very soon, actually. But I've been using this every day. I just got it like a week ago. I've been using it every day, and it's so nice. It's creamy and rich, and It has their volcanic water, so it does have a lot of minerals in it, and I have to see what other ingredients are in here, but it's an amazing texture. I like their vitamin C serum as well. But anyways, I used both of those, and then I put this on as a moisturizer, and then I put this on, and that's what I'm wearing on my skin right now. This is the My Shell SPF 50 mineral tinted. It's a serum fluid, and it's really, really pretty. As you can see on the skin, it's like, just like shrinks the pores and it makes you look really dewy, but it's also matte. But matte doesn't mean flat. Matte has some reflection to it, especially if you're oily like me, and especially if you use a moisturizer under it that's hydrating and has a little bit of oil in it. But you can see it just offers like a really nice luminosity, and then I put a little bit of e.l.f. concealer on too, and that's that. So anyways, that was a nice little break. A nice little, I would call it a commercial break. If we want a commercial break, let's talk about the fact that I'll be launching a brand new serum within probably the next week or so, and you guys are gonna fucking love this. This is a barrier serum. It's fucking gorgeous. It's a formula that you've never seen before. It is unlike any other formula that I've ever seen on the market, period. It's fucking amazing. It's like a blanket for your skin. I go to if my skin is irritated or dry or red or whatever. Like, I can't wait to use it in the winter because I have been using it basically just in the spring and summer, and it's gonna be so nice to use on those, like when your skin is more dry and chapped. But anyways, I'll be launching that soon, and then I have 3 more products to follow shortly after that, so you guys are having a lot to look forward to right now. We're also upping the game on the website, going to redo the website and obviously add all the products in, but we're gonna be launching on Amazon first, and that's just how I always do it. I always launch on Amazon first. Definitely make sure you're following my Instagram and my TikTok and my Twitter and my personal Instagram too, if you'd like, just to stay fully in the loop. Also, I'll probably be creating a Facebook page or something soon. Okay, anyways, back to microneedling. I have made a new commitment to getting microneedling done because I told my esthetician recently, Armani, my scarring, like there's just a little bit left, and it's like I've tried everything. I've tried lasers, I've tried chemical peels, I've tried microneedling. What the literal fuck can I do to make my scarring go away? She was like, you need to stick with microneedling. She said, I have clients right now, like she said, she gave me one example. I have one client, horrible scarring, came to me every month for 12 months, and it's literally gone. And I was like, oh my God, I just have to commit to it and be consistent. So that's what I decided I'm gonna do. I decided I'm gonna commit to it and be consistent, but I'm trying out different practitioners. You know, like with her, I just text her, it's easy to get with her, but I'm going to a different spa, the spa where I got the sculptor ad. If you didn't see that video, I'll put a tag up here somewhere. I'm gonna go to Face, and they don't have anything till September 10th. So it's like, ugh, all right, well, I guess I'll have to like plan in advance. If I want to do it once a month, I have to really schedule ahead of time instead of just texting her and getting in within a week or 2. But anyways, so I've committed to that, and I'll keep you guys posted on how that goes. But now, cost. This is why it's accessible for everyone to get microneedling done. You're not going to pay more than like $400 to $500, and that is at the very high end. You can find people that do it like for $150 to $200, but make sure you trust them. The way that I like to save for these types of procedures, before I had enough income and before it was my job to actually do this, and now it's a business expense, and I've mentioned this before, I like to set up, I have Chase Bank. So I have one checking account, and then I have 3 savings account. And then in the Chase app, you can set up an auto pay. So I set up an auto pay from my checking account to deposit $25 a week. I'm just throwing out a number. I have actually different settings for all of them. $25 a week, and then it'll just go into an account, and then like a month goes by, 2 months goes by, whatever, and then all of a sudden you have a few $100s in there, and you're like, okay, perfect, I have enough for a procedure, or like whatever you want. Obviously, if you want one a month, then you have to divide 400 by 30 days, see how much that is per day, and then just auto pay that into your account. You'll be shocked that it's a pay yourself first method. This is a way that a lot of financial advisors tell you how to budget for things. If you pay yourself first without a negotiation, then it adds up. Yeah, you're taking the money in your account, you're saving it, and let's say you only can get 2 treatments a year, who cares? At least you're doing something. At least you're getting in the flow of something. And then in between that, you can derma roll. You just have to figure out something that works for your budget, figure out what your budget is realistically. It's worth the investment, trust me. Like, your face is worth the investment. So the reason, like I already said, microneedling is a controlled injury, and the entire process of healing acne scars is a constant finding like yourself in a ladder, like an equilibrium between controlled injury and healing, controlled injury and healing. This is what you need to do for anti-aging and for scarring. So let's talk about acne scarring now, because that's what this video is about. So you have your scarring, you don't have any active acne. So you go in there, you microneedle the skin. It's going to be damaged, it's going to produce collagen, it's going to rebuild itself, and then you gotta let it heal for a certain period of time. Then you gotta re-damage it, and it's going to heal more, build more collagen, and repair itself even more. And you just gotta keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it. But healing is just as important as the damage. The microneedle is a very amazing type of damage. Like I said, it's a physical structure going into your skin and shaking shit up. And that's what needs to happen, because when your skin heals after getting scarring, your skin heals in all like a mumble jumble kind of way. And before, it was a beautiful like matrix, like very perfect matrix, and then once it scars, it literally heals like a jumbled up mess. So once you stick a needle, several needles in here, the skin shakes up and starts to rebuild itself, and then the needle's going in and it shakes up and it starts to rebuild itself. It starts to rebuild itself in that perfect original diagram that it was in before the scarring. Why do you get those indented scars? I know that's not what this video is about, but it's because there is a void there now. Typically those are from cystic pimples, which are under the surface, which means they're in the second layer of skin called the dermis. And once that goes away, there's a void there, and the skin collapses, and because collagen is lost. So just by virtue of collagen induction therapy, you're going to rebuild that area and rebuild that area and rebuild the area, basically against its will. You're going to force the collagen growth in the skin. How do you find someone in your area if you don't already have someone you trust? Well, Google microneedling Columbus, Ohio, and see what pops up. Always go off reviews. Always go off reviews. You have to experiment sometimes. That's one method. Another method is using realself.com. This is a site you can access for any plastic surgery or cosmetic treatment that you want, from lip filler to lasers to boob jobs to BBLs. Realself.com has all testimonials, reviews on the practitioners, pictures, before and after pictures, and all of that. So you can always access that site to see who in your area performs microneedling and has done it well. Another way is to ask your friends, your family, like, hey, your skin's amazing. Do you do anything? Or, hey, I know you did microneedling. Where did you go? Or if you have a friend that's really into cosmetics, like, hey, who's your favorite esthetician or doctor? Like, where do you get microneedling? You can leverage your network. And then the last way I would say is social media, which, by the way, you should always be asking for their social media. Like, even if they have good reviews on Google or Yelp, ask for the esthetician's Instagram page. Hopefully she has one. If not, maybe they have their own. But you can go on Instagram and you can type in microneedling Columbus, Ohio, and you'll see what pops up. Or esthetician, dermatologist, Columbus, Ohio, and just see what pops up. I love how I've targeted Columbus, Ohio. I'm just thinking of a random location. Even though I know Columbus, like Ohio State is there, so it's not really random. It's quite a large city and it's pretty cute. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you footage of the actual treatment room. This is my esthetician's office that I've been going to for a long time. So as you can see, this is the treatment room. The numbing cream is applied for a minimum of 10 minutes. And this actually helps minimize the pain so much, to the point where like the first pass actually feels good. It feels like a massage. And she's gonna do 3 passes, which means she goes over my face with that needle in its entirety 3 times. So first pass feels good, second pass still feels good, but it's a little more stinging. By the third pass, it's stinging the shit out of my skin. But it's not like when I got the radio frequency microneedling treatment, I needed laughing gas. That is not this type of pain. So the normal microneedling method is where you just glide this dermapen across the skin, but she's doing a method that is actually more for sensitive skin. She's stamping it, and this is a more gentle way that the microneedling company recommends doing for more sensitive skin. And her and I have been doing this method because I am sensitive and reactive, so she just likes to be conservative. So like I said, the pain does increase with each pass, and it's also because the length of the needle changes. During this treatment, you'll see the needle is between 1 millimeter and 3 millimeters, which you guys may know, but this needle is adjusted throughout the treatment. So you will get all 3 lengths of the needle during this treatment potentially. And that's because around the eyes, you need to use a more shallow depth. Around the lips, you may need to use a more shallow depth. Also, you want to use different depths on all parts of the skin just to damage each layer of the skin as much as possible in a controlled way, if that makes sense. You're going to have all different lengths of needles on your skin. Now, by the end, my skin is a red hot mess. I'm very reactive, which means you see a reaction on my skin. Reactive and sensitive are not always the same thing. Now, she recommended using a stem cell cream after the treatment that day, and I actually had one at home that was fragrance free and really nice, an apple stem cell cream, and I'm telling you, it healed the shit out of my skin. I put a stem cell cream on that night, and the next day I actually had no redness or irritation at all. Now, if you do the regular microneedling where they glide over your skin, I think that I would have more of a downtime rather than just 24 hours. And I think the stem cell cream helped a lot. The only thing I felt was like a little bit of texture, because you know where the needles are going in, it leaves like teeny tiny puncture holes which have to heal up, and they're not visible, but you can feel them. And then, you know, my skin looked amazing and tight, and my scarring looked much decreased. And now, you know, once the complete healing is done, it's not as tight, but it's still better than it was before. So that's my little microneedling rant / advice. And I hope you guys learned something, and I hope you liked this video. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like this video. And leave a comment. Let me know what your experience with microneedling is, or if there are any other treatments that you guys like that I haven't mentioned. So thanks, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.